Good morning, students. Today I will tell you about a new topic here, the circulatory system. So here we have to deal with the circulatory system in case of human. So as all of you are knowing, the human heart is containing the four chambers which you might have studied in the last year in the chapter of diversity. We all come under mammalian. So the mammalian heart is four chambered. So this four chambered heart, there is containing the left auricle or the atrium. Second one is the right auricle or the atrium. Third one is the left ventricle, and the fourth one is the right ventricle. So the upper two chambers, the chambers here, you can see the upper two chambers. So this is the heart here. The upper two chambers, they will be called auricle, and the lower two chambers, they will be called ventricle. So basically, if we will talk about the heart, human heart, so it is containing four chambers. Now coming on to the circulation, the heart is double circulation. Here in the heart, we will see double circulation. So double circulation simply means that the blood will go inside the heart two times. So here you see. So it will be clear once I will tell you about the circulation in the heart. So circulation in the body. So you see, this is the common process of circulation in the human body. So here it is lungs, here it is heart, here all the different types of cells are present. So you see, from the lungs, what we are doing? We are taking oxygen. So now this oxygen is combining with the hemoglobin of the blood, and it is carried to the left auricle, here left auricle of the heart through the pulmonary vein. So as all of you are knowing about the artery and vein, arteries are responsible for carrying the oxygenated blood from the heart to the other part of body. This is artery, and the vein is responsible for bringing back the deoxygenated blood from the different part of the body back to the heart. Okay. Now there is exception in the artery. It is pulmonary artery and vein. This function is totally different. So where we have seen in case of vein, it was bringing deoxygenated blood, but in case of pulmonary vein, it will bring oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left auricle of the heart. Same way, if we talk about pulmonary artery, this will be responsible for carrying the deoxygenated blood from the heart to the lungs. Here, from the heart to the lungs. So the main thing is, you have to follow the arrows. This arrow that simply denotes the process of circulation, where the blood is going. Now, see, in the lungs, we have taken oxygen through the alveolus. It is by the process of diffusion, the hemoglobin is taking all the oxygen from the lungs, and then it is being carried by the pulmonary vein to the left auricle of the heart, which is the upper chamber. Now from the left auricle, here you are having the valves. This between the auricle and the ventricle. This is the valve. So here you see, left auricle, between left auricle and left ventricle, there is bicuspid valve, which is responsible. The valves are responsible for the opening or to shift the blood from the auricle to ventricle in a unidirection manner. So here means from the left auricle, when the blood is reaching the left ventricle, it will not allow this bicuspid valve. It will not allow the blood from the left ventricle to go again back to the left auricle. This is the function of valves. So now, when it is coming to the left auricle, and one more important thing, the left part of the heart means left auricle and the left ventricle, this will only deal with oxygenated blood. Whereas if you will talk about the right part, right auricle and right ventricle, it will be only dealing with the deoxygenated part of the blood. So once it is coming to the left ventricle, it is pushed to the aorta, which is the largest artery of the body, aorta, and then it is going to the cells. So in case of cells, now it is coming to each and every cell. The cell is containing carbon dioxide as a result of respiration process. Now what will happen? It is bringing the oxygen. Now oxygen is coming. Now in the cells there is capillaries. So these are for the diffusion process. Capillaries, they are responsible for, in each and every cell there is capillaries. They are responsible only for the diffusion. They are used only for diffusion process. So here what will happen? Whatever CO2 was present in the blood, in the cells, now it is being exchanged with the blood which is coming. So this was first containing CO2. Now this was containing oxygen. Now what will happen? When it will come, this carbon dioxide will be present here in this blood and this oxygen will be absorbed inside. This CO2 will come outside. Now this CO2 is being carried by the vena cava from all over the body to the right auricle here. Right auricle. Now this right auricle, that's why I told you this right part deals with deoxygenated blood. Now it is deoxygenated since it is containing carbon dioxide. Now right auricle's blood, it is transferred to the right ventricle's blood, and this from this right ventricle, this pulmonary artery will be carrying this deoxygenated blood again back to the lungs, from where it is diffused into the alveolus. Now after this will contain carbon dioxide. Now this hemoglobin will be releasing this carbon dioxide in the lungs, and from the lungs we will get the CO2 will go outside the nose or outside the body. Again what will happen? The same oxygen will be coming. Now the process will be repeated. Now this process takes place in 0.8 seconds. This one complete cycle, this takes place in 0.8 seconds. So here, the main important thing, now coming to the different types of cells. Now if we will talk about different types of cells, suppose it is the liver. Now in the liver, the hepatic artery will be bringing the oxygenated blood, and the hepatic vein will be taking the deoxygenated blood. Yes. Now next one is the gut, means the alimentary canal. Total parts of alimentary canal. The mesenteric artery will be bringing the oxygenated blood, and then this will be transported back by the deoxygenated blood will be transported back from the gut by the means of hepatic vein. Now coming on to the next, which is kidney. So in case of kidney, the renal artery will be bringing the blood, oxygenated blood, and the renal vein will be taking away the deoxygenated blood. Now, and other organs also same thing, which will be coming through the divisions of the renal arteries, and then it will be brought back by this renal vein. And all these types of veins, this will combine and it will release all the different deoxygenated blood from every organ to the vena cava, which in turn it is taking back to the right auricle, and from right auricle here it is tricuspid valve. As I have told you, here it is bicuspid valve. Here you will see bicuspid valve. Here you see between left right auricle, between the right auricle and ventricle, here you will see tricuspid valve. Same function. It will not allow the deoxygenated blood to go again back to the right auricle once it has come to the right ventricle. So simply blood circulation, it was given by William Harvey, and This is called double circulation since it is 2 times the blood is entering the heart. This is the first place where the blood is entering. First place. And here it is the second place where the blood is entering the heart. Right? So it is called double circulation. So it is very easy process. So you have to follow this arrow, and then your blood circulation will be completed. So you have to follow this arrow. Very simple. This arrow indicates the flow of blood. Okay. Thank you.